After a violent earthquake on Skull Island, ancient seals were broken, releasing a swarm of giant bees and giant ants from underground. Meanwhile, a failed biological experiment turns a human into a 100-meter-tall giant drifting towards the island. King Kong roars to announce his presence, but the appearance of new enemies makes the atmosphere strangely oppressive. Giant bees occupy the highest mountain peaks, creating a cocoon containing venom that paralyzes all living things. King Kong tried to protect his territory, but was surrounded by tens of thousands of bees, whose venom began to seep into the king's thick skin. In the midst of danger, a giant shadow from the sea entered the mainland, bringing with it the breath of technology and destruction. The giant ants began devouring everything in their path, creating massive sinkholes beneath the beehive. A fierce battle erupted between the air and the ground, while Kong struggled to detoxify. Just then, the giant's footsteps shook the entire island. He made no distinction between friend and foe, and began sweeping away everything in his way.
Send them all! Leave nothing but dust! Face me!
Get back, you overgrown pests! Taste plasma! For the realm.
The giant considers all monsters on the island to be biological threats that need to be destroyed immediately. With human intelligence combined with unparalleled muscle power, he easily crushed an army of ants. Kong recovered and appeared to confront the stranger head-on, but neither of them expected that the Queen Bee was silently observing from above to prepare for a bloody ambush.
They are overwhelming us! Fight them off!
After a fierce battle that changed the island's terrain, Kong and the giant were forced to pause when the giant ants staged a large-scale siege. They realized that if they did not cooperate, they would both be torn apart by the overwhelming number of ants. However, in the giant's eyes, there was still a glimmer of intention to destroy Kong as soon as the opportunity arose. The queen bee launched an all-out attack, using a special nerve-altering venom that sent the giant into a state of madness. Kong must both fight off the crazy bees and stop his companion from destroying everything around him. The queen bee's cry for help rang out, calling to another giant entity sleeping at the bottom of the sea. The island became a slaughterhouse when three factions, ants, bees, and titans rushed to destroy each other. A lava flow is awakened by powerful collisions, threatening to engulf the entire ecosystem. In the chaos, Kong discovers the queen ant's weak point deep underground, but the entrance is guarded by millions of loyal guards.
Watch out, it's falling! The queen ant appears with the same size as Kong and terrifying psychological control abilities. It set a trap that took Kong and the giant into a canyon with no escape, where extremely low oxygen levels exhausted them. Suddenly, the sky darkened as the bees returned with a new evolutionary form, carrying fiery wings. Into the canyon, quickly! Don't look back, just run! Faster, it's gaining on us.
Go, Congo, run!
I can't hold it!
Look at me! You have to stay awake! Please, Kira, don't close your eyes!
Look out! It's leaning over! We're trapped. There's nowhere to run.
Attack! Hold the line! Fire everything!
The giant regained his reason, but was seriously injured. He decided to use some of his remaining strength to open a path for Kong to enter the central lair. A terrifying energy blast from the device on the giant's body destroyed most of the ant army, creating a unique opportunity for Kong. Kong engages in a final life or death battle with both insect queens. Kong waged his final bloody battle against the Queen Bee and Queen Ant. The Titan's blood soaked the ground, starting a new geological change. When dawn came, only a single figure remained standing on the highest peak, but a strange roar from the horizon signaled that this was just the beginning of a new era of monsters.